Hello there, this is Mrs. Schwinn, and this is our first video in our series for the ELA website for parents. I know a lot of times when your child is struggling in reading, it is hard to know how to support them at home. So I came up with this website for a resource for you that you can come to and grab anything you need. So here on our first video, we're just going to be going through one of our main pages. And in the next video, we will go through another. This landing page here on the home just kind of tells you a little bit about this website. And then down at the bottom, it gives you some links to go to all the pages that you'll see on this website. Another way to get to all those pages is here at the top. You'll see home highlighted already in black. And the one we're going to look at today is Open Court. Open Court is our ELA curriculum that we use in second grade. And this menu has actually 5 sub-menus in it. And if you tap on it, that'll open up for you. And we're going to explore each of these menus today. So let's go to our first one, which is sound spelling cards. These sound spelling cards were sent home with your students, so they should have a copy at home. If you would happen to need a second copy or would like to have one at grandma's house or whatever, you can always click right here where it says sound spelling cards, and you can open it up into a new menu. So see this little guy right there on the right? It opens up, and then of course you can click your print button and it prints to whatever device you're printing to. Okay, let me back out of that. Okay, so that one is just a PDF, just a simple print. The next one here is a Google Slides, and this actually is linked to our sound spelling videos, so you can actually listen to and watch the video. Okay, and all of those links do work. And you can see it can go to a second page, and then we have the same for our vowel teams. All right, for our third, this one is if you would like to know the actions that we do with our cards. This one just opens another tab as well. So you have the action that kind of describes how we do the action to help them remember what the sound is. Again, that's just, you can either look at it or print it off if you'd like to. And then this here is a pronunciation video. This here. And that goes through all of the cards and shows the students or you how to pronounce the sounds. Okay, a little bit further down here, I showed this video is how to use the sound spelling cards. So there is a key here for your red letters, black letters, green boxes, blue backgrounds, black lines, red lines, and the name of the card. So all of that, if you can't remember, because that is a lot, is here in the video. All right, so that's all for sound spelling cards. Then we'll go on to Decodables. All right, so the Decodables here, it's important to know that your students bring home Decodables every week, and they are going to be bringing home the core Decodables. So this one in the middle here. These are the black line masters, so they don't look quite the same as the colored ones that they're bringing home, but know that they are the exact same book. So if you'd like to copy off and leave them at maybe an aunt's house or put them in a basket somewhere, that's fine. So you can just print these front to back and then fold them in half and you will have your book. Now the practice Decodables are not sent home. These are what I use in our comprehension during workshop time. So I actually retyped these a little bit and made them into comprehension stories. But here they're just more like fluency pages. So not quite a story, but still working on the same skill here. And you'll see that our Decodables do have a core decodable and a practice decodable that goes with all of our skills that we're learning. Get out of this. Okay, there we go. And the first one here, the scope and sequence, this scope and sequence, you'll see that the skill is introduced here on the left. And then the core decodable is there in the middle, and the practice is off to the right. Now, it's important to know that this is kindergarten. The red is kindergarten. So we gotta keep scrolling. And the orange is first grade. Let's get it to catch up to us. There we go. Orange is first grade. Keep scrolling. They get a lot of decodables in first grade. You probably remember all those. And then here we are. Okay, so green is our second grade. And as you can see here, I'm going to go to an actual unit. We just went through unit 1, so we did all the lessons over here on the left, the sound spellings that we focused on, the core decodables that were introduced in class, and then the practice decodables that, again, you'll see some of these in our comprehension pages, or you can print them off and practice them at home. And then the new high-frequency words that were introduced that usually follow the sound spelling patterns. So if you'd like to know what practice decodables or sound spelling or high-frequency words, this is a great place to go. This one, the individual practice decodables, if you don't want to go through that big, the black line master sheet here, if you'd like to just go, okay, well, I know they're on unit 1, and I know they're on lesson 5, which is Pearl Helps Bert. If I just wanted that Pearl Helps Bert, I could click right here, and then there is the PDF. And you either just read it on the screen, or you can print it out. And again, those practice decodable title is on the newsletter every week, or you can look right here at the scope and sequence K through 2. Okay, so all the units are there for you. Okay, so that's the decodable page. Then let's go to the high frequency words. This turquoise part is the same on all of the open core reading pages, just so you know you're in the same one. Okay, if you want your high frequency words, I am starting to create these to help you map them at home with your students, because mapping can be a little bit tricky. So I gave a little cheat sheet here. My black letters and my black dots are consonants, and then my vowel teams are blue, my long vowels are yellow, my short vowels are green, and then if the letters work together for one sound, I did draw some lines there to connect it, and if they make a sound that they don't usually make, like O-U-L down here says then it is a hard part. So I'll be updating those as we continue on through the units. And then there are some mapping boards here as well. And with these mapping boards, you can use, let me go through this. Okay, you can use these to map your sounds. So say, sorry, my printer is going. Say that my word is good, I would go g, d, which is 3 sounds. So I'd use the 3 boxes there in the middle. You can also use a grid and have them outline the boxes that they need. Or you can do where you color in the sound circles, map the words in the boxes, and then write it on the line. So that's for high frequency words. Then we'll come down to anthologies. The anthologies is where all of our comprehension stories go. This is our red band, so the story of the week is going to be in your anthology. Now, if you'd like to see the entire anthology, you're going to click here on the picture. We just finished up Unit 1, so you'll be doing Unit 2, 3, etc. If you want to see the whole book, you can click right there on that link, and it'll open up. And here you see the entire book for that unit. I'll let it catch up here. So these probably look familiar to you, the mouse story. And then what I do like is that it also includes the vocabulary. It includes the comprehension questions, the science connection. So things that you can really extend your students' learning with. Okay. Or if you want to go just to the story that we're doing, for example, this week we are doing Ellie's Long Walk. You can tap right here on that link. It'll open up for you in a PDF, and it is just the story that you want. So there's the first page, and there's the second page, Ellie's Long Walk. And just a reminder, we do send these home every week on Monday, but sometimes it is a little bit more fun to see them in color. So there's Ellie's Long Walk. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, let's see if it loads quick enough for us. Yes, okay. You can see that there are comprehension questions here. There are vocabulary application questions here, paragraphs there, and there's a social studies connection as well. So another great way to extend your children's learning. That's just all of the anthologies there. And before each unit, we do our background builder just to help gain that knowledge in whatever we're talking about. So if you'd like to watch those with your kiddos, they're right there. And it just comes right before we start a new unit. Okay, and our last one is our challenge novels section. And in this section, these are for your proficient readers. So if your student has mastered all their phonics skills that we've learned in second grade, they are ready to read books independently, chapter books that is, then you can find these books. And there's a little, if you look here, you can click on it and it will take you to an Amazon link that you can buy the book so your student can have it. And they're relatively cheap, $6 for this one. And then there are some accompanying pages that goes along with it just to help you as you're having conversations with your student about the novel. Of course, there are answers in here as well to help you out. And you do not have to do all of the pages. That would be a lot. I would just pick and choose, do one or two here or there. And again, that is for every unit we have, so unit 1 through 6. There is one chapter book per unit, and each unit is 6 weeks long, so it's a pretty good amount of time there for your student. Okay, so again, those were the open court pages. If you have any questions over any of that, please feel free to message me on Dojo, and I'll be happy to help you out. Join us next time for the Science of Reading tab.